moving is part of life. And I read a story recently, and I'm going to tell you because I thought it was quite relevant for many subjects actually. It's a story, just a created story. There are two twins that are still in the womb. They are yet to be born. And they are chatting. They have been there for nearly 9 months, and they know that they are becoming uncomfortable in the place they are. It's a bit tight, rather tight really, and they ended up having their head upside down, so their feet are up, their heads are down, and they knock each other, and they start chatting and said, you know, we heard our mom talking and saying that she's expecting us to come out, uh, but we are not too sure. Do you think really we should come out? What is there actually in that place? This is our world, is it not? Yeah, it's a bit tight, it's getting a bit tight, but we are all comfortable there, we are well fed, we are, no worries. And the other one say, yeah, I heard that that place is really beautiful. There is sunshine, there are all kinds of things we have never seen. And the other one say, yeah, I heard, but I also heard that when people come out, they start crying. Do you really think it's safe over there? Uh, and they are just, chatting away. And all they can imagine is that that world might be good anyway, but nobody's sure. They have absolutely no clue of what is expected and what they can expect from that new world. And so they don't have a choice, do they? At the appointed time, the whole place starts shaking, contracting. They become really, really uncomfortable, and they feel themselves being pushed towards the exit. and and they end up being born, and then they will discover that there is a better love. Not only their mom's love that is touching them and talking to them and singing to them, but the love of their dad, the love of the family, and a beautiful world that they will start discovering. And I think moving is a bit like that. Is the first thing you learn about moving is that you have to get out of your comfort zone. You cannot stay where you are. You can try all you want. And actually, some people end up staying in the same place. One time I went back to my hometown where I spent all my secondary school, and I met in the museum, I met a girl, or a lady, that said, oh wow, are you not? And she mentioned my name, and I said, yeah, it's me. And she said, oh, you may not remember me, we were classmates. So where have you been? And I told her, well, I went to uni, and then I went to Nigeria, and I spent 25 years there, and now I'm in the UK. And she said, oh, but me, I stayed the whole time in this town. So she had made her life there, and that was, what was arranged for her. But even if you stay around in the same area or in the same town, you still have to move, whether physically or mentally or in terms of job anyway. You leave school. So there are all kinds of experiences we have that teach us that we have to get out of our comfort zone. When the babies are born, they are clearly out of their comfort zone, and that's why they have to cry, because their lungs need to open, and it's a bit painful, but then they learn how to breathe. And that is not the end of it. Immediately after, their umbilical cord is cut. And then they will be gradually taught to get out of the comfort zone. After a while, they enjoyed breastfeeding, sucking their mother, and then one day the mother turns against them, seemingly, and they have to learn how to be weaned. And then they start being offered some food, and they may not like this or that, and they can cry all they want, but eventually they will have to learn new tastes. And then one day they will learn how to walk, and as they walk they fall. Then it was probably more comfortable to just lie down or sit down, but every effort that is made that pushes them out of their comfort zone comes with a reward. Surely, walking is a wonderful discovery. First of all, you are upright and you see the world differently. Then they learn how to be independent gradually. Their mom teaches them to walk unaided, cross the street unaided. Then they go to nursery, and that is a very, very big step out of your comfort zone. You end up being with people you don't know, kids you don't know, but then you enjoy it gradually. You find new stuff, new toys, and then you go to primary school, and that is another big step. And then after some years, at the time you got very used to school, comfortable and all, boom, you are sent to secondary school. I remember the time I left my secondary school to go to higher school in a high school that was huge. My college was very small. Then that school, from one end to of the corridor to the other, you don't even see the end. And all the people, and I didn't know anyone. It was quite something. All the teachers were new. And even though at that time I was 16, I found it quite daunting. And then you learn to leave your town. And for me, it was going to the university. Nobody in my family had gone before me except one person that failed to tell me anything about it. So I found myself alone. My parents dropped me and said bye-bye, and that was the end. I was thrown to the big world, and I had to learn how to go to the uni, attend class, taking notes. I had to learn a new way of working. I had absolutely no idea how to do it, and at first it was pretty hard. So you end up learning gradually. Life is about leaving your comfort zone. And we're going to see that moving is just like that. And next time we look at the way it is, and that it is a fight, like I said before. So it's every move is taking you out further and further. You try to keep a comfort zone. Surround yourself with people and things that are comfortable, that are making it cozy. But then something will happen and God will say, move. That is the story of the Bible, and it's also our own story. So bless you as we continue exploring.